So, Conor, 4 goals shared in an entertaining game. It's a draw here against high-flying Bradford City. What do you make of it?
I thought it was a brilliant game, first and foremost. I think both teams done enough to win. Really, really proud of the lads. I thought they were outstanding. Going 1 down, going 2 down, showing character to come back. And I just said, to the boys at half-time, I thought there was more space in the middle of the pitch than what they thought. The atmosphere here can make you think that there's people on your back or you're lashing at clearances, and there was a lot more space in and around the middle of the pitch than what the players thought. So saying to them, take the ball, play with courage, there's more room than what you think. And I thought for about 25 minutes of the second half, I thought the lads were outstanding. The patterns of play and the way they played, I thought was really impressive. So proud of them. And then towards the end of the game, could have easily chuck Robbo on and defend the box and whatnot, but I wanted to see what the lads were made of. We made such a big point of it over the international break, defensively to block shots and to head the ball, and fullbacks be inside the game at the back stake. And so proud of the lads for how they defended the last 5 minutes.
2 fight backs as well, of course, for Barnsley, showing really good character. We've got to talk about that first goal, of course. Reyes Cleary, well inside his own half. Just incredible. Yeah,
it's a pretty unique goal, obviously, but I think the biggest thing for me was I just felt like it was such a big atmosphere at 24,000, and the place just went silent. It felt like slow motion. Is it going to go in? Is it not? For Reyes to see it, to execute it, the courage to take the opportunity in the first place. I didn't see the keeper being off his line, 3 or 4 times, and I'm thinking, go on, have a go to the lads or anything. It was just purely off the cuff. Unbelievable bit of skill. And like I said, I think everyone just stood still and wondered, was it going to go in? And lucky enough for us, it did.
I know you'll not want to take any sort of credit, of course, but it must have been difficult at half-time, conceding the late goal, just obviously before the half-time whistle. Sort of what's been said there at half-time. I know your plans will have been changed. I know you've touched on it slightly as well, but the changes that you've made at half-time on top of that, the two combine for the second equaliser. Mildy Javigne and Patrick Kelly, who you've already mentioned, did well when coming on. You've got to take credit in yourself in that, the little tactical decisions.
No, I think I thought it was a game for Pat in terms of his running power and his physicality. And I thought, look, with the atmosphere and how the game's going, it was a bit chaotic. I felt like he was more suited to that for Caelan. Caelan brings his own attributes, but I felt like it was a game for Pat and really drive at the game and help defensively and whatnot. So I thought he was brilliant in the second half, taking the ball and finding pockets of space that we had told him to find. And I thought Mal was brilliant. Mal's been really frustrated in terms of his game time, but there's no surprise that Mal comes on for 45 minutes and does unbelievably well, because he's up to speed of the game, because he trains properly every single day. He trains like it's his last training session every single day. And I always say to the lads, and I always point them out, he trains so well every day, and that's so important to me. And bringing him on today, no problem whatsoever, up to the speed of the game, because he's fit and he's ready to go off the back of what he does every day.
It's a good point against a really decent Bradford City side, and it's actually the first time in the league at home that they've not come away with 3 points. So Barnsley can take real confidence in that, can't they?
Yeah, the lads have to. We've played Huddersfield, Bolton, Bradford, the good teams in this league, and we've matched them every single time. The lads need to believe that, they're a good side when they put their minds to it, attacking wise and defensively. If we can get that defensive mindset in every game, blocking shots and Murph making saves, and with the ball, we will play well. And we've got to take that moving forward now. The lads have got to believe that they're a good side, and they need to do it more consistently. I believe in them, the staff believe in them, and we've got such good players for the level. Every coaching staff that we play against say we've got such good players, and the lads need to show it day in, day out, week in, week out, and put performances in like that when they step over the white line.
I know you've already mentioned it, Conor, but I'm keen to highlight that obviously Barnsley defended really well in the latter stages. Bradford, it was a real onslaught from them towards the back end. Barnsley had chances to win the game in the second half, but you must be really pleased that the Reds got over the line after conceding a couple of late goals in the last few games.
Yeah, so proud of the lads. I could have easily have chucked Robbo on and defended the box, but I think the right message was, from me, I'm backing you to see this out. We've done a lot of work over the international break over the last 2 weeks on how we're going to defend and how we're going to see games out and giving lads clarity and I didn't want to send the wrong message out to the lads that were, not going for the winner. Look, I could be sitting here and going, oh, I should have done it, but I backed the lads. They were blocking shots, they were defensively, putting their bodies on the line, and that's what you have to do to win games, or to at least get something from games. With the ball, we'll always be good, we'll always create chances, but defensively, that needs to be a big foundation for the lads. Like you just touched on, no one's come here and taken points from Bradford. The fans appreciate it because they clapped the lads off like we had won the game, because at the end they were putting their bodies on the line. They were, showing the determination to get over the line and get a well-earned point. So really proud of the lads defensively, particularly towards the end of the game, like you said.
And just finally, it's really important now that we take this confidence going ahead. We've got a couple of games coming this week. First in the Virtue Trophy on Tuesday against Man United under-21s, and then a big South Yorkshire derby next weekend at Oakwell against Rotherham United.
Absolutely, yeah. Need to have that, belief now from the lads moving forward into the next couple of games that, when we play properly and train properly and put our minds to it with the right mindset every day, we can put in really, really good performances. And it showed today, and we need to take that forward.